Joining us on the debate tonight, RP Singh, National Secretary of the BJP. Ashwini Kakkar, CEO, Mercury Travels, joins us from Mumbai. RK Misra, President of Bharat Democratic Party, also with us tonight. But of course, first question to the Congress is Brijesh Kalappa. Good evening, Brijesh. And, before we come to you with the specifics, let's put this in perspective for our viewers. We are talking about this at a time when you're probably seeing the worst drought in 40 years in Karnataka, at a time when farmer suicide rates are at an all-time high as per the last 10 years, and yet you are looking at the kind of extravagances we are seeing. We saw you there in the story. You were talking about the fact that the Chief Minister's residence is a large one, running into acres. But even then, Brijesh, how can you justify money that amounts to 4.78 lakhs being spent? 797 pairs of pillow covers can be bought in that much money. 342 bed sheets, 299 blankets. Really, Brijesh, does one family need that, even if you include staff?
First of all, Tina, I must point out that insofar as suicides are concerned, in Mr. Manik Sarkar, who's the present Chief Minister of Tripura, he mentioned that 1,200 suicides have taken place across the country. So this is not a phenomenon of only Karnataka. So let's first of all take away that Karnataka is suffering suicides. It is suffering suicides.
Let's talk about Karnataka.
But
right?
this is a national phenomenon, right? So the second aspect is in regard to relating this expenditure to the drought. See, first of all, I must point out the basic facts. Basic facts are Mr. Siddaramaiah leads an extremely austere life. You may have seen him. He just wears a kurta and just a lungi, right? So this is the
But he spends 4.78 lakhs on bed sheets and towels,
now,
Brijesh.
This is official residence.
I know he's called for an austerity measure on the face of it on paper, but let's talk about these details which have now come out in the public domain. You know the kind of money we're talking about, Brijesh. Explain that to us.
I will answer. I appreciate. I appreciate. The second aspect I'd like to tell you is that insofar as last year was concerned, Mr. Siddaramaiah was staying in a small accommodation, and then he was compelled by the administration, since the Chief Minister of Karnataka, he has to move into the official Chief Minister's residence, which is an 8-bedroomed house, right? Which also neighbors his residential office. Then that's also fairly large, right?
Okay, so but does it need 300 blankets?
So this entire expenditure is towards
800
everything.
Pairs of pillow covers.
One minute. It includes everything from cutlery, from cutlery to pillow covers to bed sheets to foot rugs to everything.
Brijesh Kalappa, let me ask you a simple question. Brijesh Kalappa, please, let me just ask you a simple question. Is the spend of 4.78 lakh rupees on bath towels, hand towels, face towels justified? Just answer me that. 4.78 lakhs on towels.
No,
is it justified?
I will tell you. Yeah. No. See, first of all, I must point out that if you go out to the market today, you don't even get a kg of dal for 180 rupees. Forget about dal.
Are you justifying the 4.78 lakhs?
Of everything have gone up. One.
Are you justifying it then?
If you're saying that,
is that what we should understand?
No, I'm not justifying. We are going to look at it. We are going to look at it. First of all, I must tell you, the Chief Minister doesn't go to the market to buy all this stuff. There is a procedure in which all this is required.
So you're saying basically there was a problem in the procedure. Then also you have to answer for it, Brijesh Kalappa.
The person who gives...
And may I just add that there is no comparison between dal and tal. So please, let's not make it
I'm only pointing out that in this case...
And Mr. Ashwini Kakkar also wants to come in. Yes,
let me just say that there is a report which says that the Chief Minister of the state, excuse me sir, the Chief Minister of the state believes that this is a jinxed residence. Therefore, this residence should be created at a new cost of 25 crores so that, that we can move from the jinxed residence to this residence. That is one part. The mayor has just ordered a few cars for almost half a crore, more than half a crore. The governor has just finished spending 2.4 crores on the Raj Bhavan. The PWD minister has made, his house look like a private resort by spending crores of rupees. The Vice Chancellor's bungalow has gold-plated, taps fitted, which have cost, the renovation has cost 4.24 crores. All of this is happening in your state. There is lavish spending while the deficits are rising, the taxes are rising, garbage is a big issue, potholes.
So what's your question to Mr. Siddaramaiah?
Increasing in size and frequency, disease is increasing, there is no money to repair roads, forget about building roads. Clean drinking water is an issue.
So let's take this one by one, Mr. Kakkar.
What are we doing?
Give him a chance to respond one by one. 4.78 lakhs, even to the most generous of people, is an obscene amount of money to spend on just stalls. Let's start with, with establishing that, Brijesh Kalappa.
No, it is not an obscene amount, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Padmaja. It's not an obscene amount, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not an obscene amount, because this is a huge residence, like I told you, and what are you speaking about?
But you just spoke of a very austere chief minister. Why is he living in that huge residence?
For everything, including other expenses, I must point out. I must point out before the BJP representative speaks. Before the BJP representative speaks, I must point out, Padmaja, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, just let me make one point to the BJP.
No, but Brijesh, the perspective that it was being put into by me and then also by Mr. Kakkar.
The expenditure at that time was at least 4 times.
You said don't talk about droughts, don't talk about farmers' suicides, but we must.
Now.
Because these expenditures are coming at a time when this is the situation in your state. Don't forget the situation in Bengaluru, where potholes have claimed 3 lives in just 1 month. Shouldn't the roads be fixed first? Don't you think the toxic lakes need to be fixed first?
No, let me answer
what about the electricity shortage? The whole issue of there being such a massive 40% shortage of electricity in Bengaluru. Don't you think these issues need to be addressed first? Money needs to be spent here first, rather than all these lakhs and lakhs on extravagances?
No, if you don't want my answer, tell me you don't want my answer.
No, so please answer that, Brijesh, and tell us if you're justifying the lakhs on towels and bedsheets.
You're welcome to tell me that you don't want my answer.
Please, your answer, Brijesh, and then we'll get the others in on the debate.
Yeah. See, insofar as potholes are concerned, everybody knows that potholes are dealt with in any municipality across the country only after the monsoons have gone, right? And the monsoons have still not gone in Bangalore. You'll have to appreciate that insofar as monsoon is concerned, we have 2 monsoons. And one is the northeast monsoon, which invariably leaves around,
people are dying.
No. Mr. Kakkar wants to come in, but before that, let me also tell you that your minister, on record, Brijesh Kalappa, told us that give me a month, and let me also tell you, this was 15 days ago, he said, give me a month, Bangalore will be pothole free. So I'm sorry, maybe if you're thinking that people should repair potholes after the monsoons are over, you also need to tell your own minister about what your policies are vis-a-vis potholes, Mr. Kakkar.
Anyway, I think, the corporates are being requested to build toilets.
No, but
the middle class is being asked to give up gas subsidies. And all that money, all these things are being spent on 25 crores. First of all, you just said that there is a fantastic residence over acres which has 8 bedrooms and so on and so forth. Why do you need a 25 crore new residence? Because some chief minister believes that this is a jinxed residence? Come on, this is flagrant misuse of power and flagrant misuse of money.
Okay, let him answer.
Let me answer that.
These are taxes paid by the poor people, and the common man's house rent allowance. The common man's house rent allowance is taxed, sir. It is taxed. The rent allowance that people like us get is taxed. This is provided free of cost, and look at what is happening.
Okay, Mr. Kakkar, let's allow Brijesh to respond, and then we will get RP Singh and RK Mishra also in on the debate. Thank you for your patience, gentlemen. Brijesh, quickly your response to that.
See,
there is no response.
Yeah, but I really find it most amusing that everybody becomes Arnab Goswami on the show. No, but I must point out that insofar as this house is concerned, one, Mr. Siddaramaiah is a rationalist. He doesn't even believe in love, jinx and bad luck and good luck. He doesn't believe in any of it. One. Two, there is no proposal. There is no proposal to build a new house. Take it from me. If you'd like me to repeat it 10 times, I'm willing to repeat it 10 times. There is no proposal to build a new house for the Chief Minister as on date. Sir. There has been a proposal from time to time over the last decade As on date, there is no proposal to build a new house.
It's not been sanctioned, but like you just said, the proposal's been there, Brijesh.
Very happy to
and we'll wait and see whether or not the shifting of the residents happens or not. But let's get RP Singh in on this now. Yes, we'll come back to you, Brijesh. Let's get RP Singh on this. RP Singh, the claim is that Siddaramaiah is an austere person who really roots for austerity. Is that what we're seeing when we're looking at these figures today?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
See, try to understand. Congress has a culture and the culture of royalty, and they are the new royalties of the democracy. And that's what Mr. Siddaramaiah is trying to prove himself. He is trying to be some like a royalty of some Britain royalty or some czar sort of person, like, because he doesn't feel pity about what is happening in the state. And this Congress spokesperson is trying to defend that there are two monsoons, that's why they can repair the potholes. And what about the lake? What were the other issues which the state is suffering? And he is referring to the Chief Minister of Tripura about that. But try to go and see what lifestyle he lives, although he doesn't come from my party. But I admire him for his lifestyle. He lives in complete austerity. Man is the most simplest, probably CM of the country today.
And he also walks and occasionally cycles to office, doesn't hold up traffic. Brijesh Kalappa, every time his convoy passes.
We have people like him, we have people like Manoj Parrikar.
He said people will just have to bear because there is VIP movement. But before you answer that, can I also get a quick word in from Mr. R.K. Mishra because he hasn't spoken so far? Mr. R.K. Mishra, here are a few statistics. Just a second, Brijesh Kalappa, just a few statistics, Mr. Mishra. Now, the BBMP Commissioner, G. Kumar Nayak, he was asked by corporators that we need grants for our wards. There was a certain budget that was come upon, where they said that if we want to keep the upkeep of the roads of our localities, we need a certain amount of money. Now that amount was 3,500 crore rupees. Ultimately, the BBMP commissioner said that the state government can only allot 1,000 crore rupees. Make do with this. So, as against 3,500 crore rupees demanded, state government can give only 1,000 crore rupees, Mr. Mishra, but the Chief Minister can spend a few lakhs on towels because that's more important. Is it?
So Mr. I think Brijesh made certain comments, and I think Brijesh is spending more time in Delhi nowadays than in Bangalore. I'll invite him to come here. I live in Bangalore and I live in one of the area called Whitefield, which contributes 28,000 crore in taxes to Karnataka. Bangalore contributes 65% of the tax for Karnataka, and Bangalore is one of the worst cities, not only in the country. You have to go to even fourth world country, you will not find. Now the problem is apathy. My Chief Minister is spending 4 lakh on towels and all in the bigger scheme of things, I don't care. The question here is, what he is doing? And this bogus talk of 2 monsoons, which city you have potholes throughout the year? In Bangalore, there are potholes throughout the year. And why the potholes happen? Because of corruption. When you fill the potholes, you don't take care of the water logging. You don't clean the drain. It is a nexus between the politicians. One of these ministers are garbage mafias. They don't allow garbage systems to come in. It is one of the most corrupt systems. And of course, it is almost when you have no apathy for your dying farmers, when you have no apathy for the 10 lakh employees who earn you bread and butter. Karnataka without Bangalore is nothing. But politicians have no interest in fixing the citizens' problem.
All right, answer that,
Brijesh Kalappa. Of course, most of them live in the better areas of Bangalore. No, they are living in the better areas of Bangalore. Come to the East Bangalore, where IT industry is there, which employs and pays salary of politicians and the bureaucrats.
Yes.
What are you doing, Brijesh Kalappa? There is an international news on the Bangalore lakes having fire and froth. What have you done? Chief Minister has come. I took him around in the bus, showed everything. Not a single proposal has been. What are you going to do with the lakes?
Yes, Mr. Kalappa, answer that.
4 lakh and 5 lakh is a state of mind. You have no apathy for citizens and farmers. That is what the matter is.
Where is the empathy? Every time you pick up one of those cars which has been bought for several lakhs, shouldn't the Chief Minister be thinking that a little boy lost his life because of a pothole in Bengaluru? How can that
one lady died, Stuti Pandey lady from MP, she died on the outer ring road where all multinationals, there are 5 lakh people employed on that road. It is a 6-lane road on which a lady, IT employee, died in the middle of the road because of potholes.
Isn't it a question of priorities, Brijesh Kalappa? Let's give him a chance to answer now. Brijesh Kalappa.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. No, first of all, see, no, Mr. R.K. Mishra, of course, is not a BJP man, but every BJP spokesperson on your TV will come and tell you that, look, Mr. Modi has to be given more time. It's already been a quarter of his term. But similarly, I would say that please give the BBMP some more time. The new BBMP has just been elected last month.
How much more time?
I hope you will appreciate that.
The BBMP has been elected and there's a Congress. They're not even getting the budget they've asked for.
One minute,
just discussing as well.
You're willing to give Mr. Modi. You're willing to give Mr. Modi. You're willing to give Mr. Modi more than a quarter of his term. But you're not willing to give us 1 month?
We are talking about Bangalore, sir. We are talking about Bangalore. We are talking about Siddaramaiah.
Why are you running out of that? Please answer the question. It's about empathy.
Why are you running from Bangalore?
Lives, right? And I have the figures here. There are right now, as of right now, the bad reaches of potholes that we're talking about, Brijesh. 3,000 potholes remaining, which have not been addressed, which have not been fixed.
Let me answer this question.
Yeah, so isn't that something that money needs to be spent on first before buying towels and bed sheets by the thousands?
All parties are making accusations against each other and they are making counter accusations.
No, I have already explained.
But all are hand in glove. You see the list of everybody.
Yeah, exactly. I think no. Brijesh, Mr. Kakkar is absolutely right. Don't politicize this. It's an issue. We are talking about VVIP racism. We are talking about empathy. Let's not politicize this. The question to you is, doesn't Bangalore and Karnataka's infrastructure, the farmers, need that money much more than some thousands of bed sheets and blankets? It's a very simple question.
Sir, and that residence part, it is a designated residence.
Me, perhaps you know that. Found the answer also.
Yeah.
What is the priority today?
If you don't want me to speak, then there's no point in having me on the show.
We are allowing you to speak. You speak as much as you want.
Please. Let Brijesh make his point. Yes, Brijesh.
See, first of all, insofar as these amounts are concerned, the requisition was made sometime in January. I hope you will appreciate that there was no drought in the month of January, right? In the month of June, we know if there is a drought or not, right? So this is the first thing I'd like to point out. In the month of January
of 2015,
there was no drought situation. So please disabuse your mind.
You will not buy.
So if there is no drought, you spend this money. What a shame, Mr. Kalappa.
Come on, what is this?
Brijesh, just give us a second.
What are you talking about? If there's no drought,
Brijesh, allow R.K. Mishra. R.K. Mishra, you wanted to say something specifically to Brijesh.
This is expenditure.
Brijesh, please.
Yeah, this is expenditure.
This is 4 lakh. No, listen. Brijesh, 1 minute. 4 lakh as an absolute amount is not here in question. And you said, which was a very poor defense, I must say. I mean, you are saying if the drought was not declared or was declared in January, we will not buy. I mean, please understand, it is symbolic. It is symbolic. One Chief Minister, Manik Sarkar, he lives a simple life. Everybody appreciates that. I think it is not 4 lakh. It's not 4 lakh. It is about the empathy where people can appreciate our political leadership understands our pain.
Now, before Brijesh answers that, you're talking about not about 4 lakhs. Let's just put some other figures in perspective here. Your Rural Development Minister, H.K. Patil, residing at Crescent Road, in the period 2013 to 2015, has spent 39 lakhs on his residence. Okay, this includes Italian marbles in his puja room. Just as an example, your Home Minister K.J. George, residing at KK Road, 39.73 lakhs during the same period, 2013 to 2015. And your PWD Minister, H.C. Mahadevappa, Public Works Department Minister, has spent
I think you publish these numbers and farmers should see that.
56 lakhs. In the period 2013 to 2014.
And poor people should see that.
The issue is bigger than this. Issue is bigger than this.
This is for just enhancing their residences.
This is not right, actually. This is absolutely not right.
Okay, let's allow Brijesh to respond now.
See,
yes,
I must point out, like I've said in the initial part of the show, in the initial part of the show, I've already pointed out that these figures, this entirety of these figures, are only a third of what has been spent in the previous BJP government. And this is our own austerity measure.
How does it justify?
So is that your reason for justifying it? Is that the reason for justifying it?
You can't bounce on me on every sentence. You can't bounce at me on every sentence.
Balance of mind. What are you talking about? You have spent 4 lakh rupees on towels and you're talking about the austerity measures and you're talking about they were not in a period of drought? What are you talking about?
Mr. RP Singh,
how can you justify that? How can you justify that?
RP Singh,
don't give me that.
Mr. RP Singh, 4 lakh rupees.
Please.
4 lakh rupees. 4 lakh rupees is the monthly electricity bill. 4 lakh rupees is the monthly electricity bill of one minister in the union cabinet. Shall I name that person? It is Mr. Arun Jaitley.
Sir,
his monthly bill is 4 lakh rupees for just electricity. You want me to give you more details? Can I give you the figure of Uma Bharti?
Yes,
it's 3.5 lakh. Can I give you the figure? Can I give you the figure of Mr. Gadkari? It's 5 lakh rupees.
I'll appreciate.
Please, let's be serious here. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. Let's be very serious here. This is extremely serious business. Insofar as Mr. Yediyurappa is concerned, shall I give you the figure? He's the same person who went to jail. Should I remind you of that gentleman called Mr. Yediyurappa who went to jail? Should I remind you of Mr. Shettar, who was also your chief minister?
You are completely politicizing it again. And Mr. Kakkar, I'll come back to you on this, because the fact is VVIP racism is certainly not limited to one party, and we all know that. And what eventually happens is they resort to name calling and mudslinging at each other, whereas the real issue is about people, Mr. Kakkar.
Sir, we are making an earnest request to all the politicians. This is not one party versus another party. We are making an earnest request to all the parties and all the politicians that please seek the blessings of the voters. Please, do the thing that is right by the country, and do not, get into a situation where you are getting cursed by your own voters, by your own people, and you are taking the country into a ditch and not looking after the good of the country. Please put the good of the country, good of the people, good of the citizens before everything else. All the elected people are servants are supposed to be servants of the people. Please look at serving.
And in fact, Brijesh Kalappa, let me add to that by saying that this is the argument that every politician, when in a corner, gives, that we're not the only ones, they were also doing it. And a simple response to each party, irrespective of which one it is always, that's the reason you're in power. Because your predecessors did something which the people did not agree with. If they were more extravagant, that's the reason why maybe they were voted out. And the people gave you a chance. Why are you going down that road, Brijesh Kalappa? If you can't see, if you're saying, okay, so the drought has not been declared, so we went ahead with this expenditure. What about the problems which are there staring you in the face, Mr. Kalappa? The pothole deaths, the toxic lakes, which are now spilling over onto the roads.
I will answer that. Provided none of your panelists speak up, and let me answer that. See, insofar as this issue of the lake, of water catching fire, I must point out 2 reasons why we have not been able to sort it out. See, like I told you, the BBMP has been the BJP BBMP for the last 9 years, right? So this is one issue, and this entire stretch is within the BBMP limits. 1. 2, the Karnataka Pollution Control Board chairperson is a BJP appointee.
I will not let you get away with that. No, Brijesh, you are wrong. BWSSB controlled by GOK. BBMP does not manage lakes.
Vamnacharya is not a BJP representative?
No, you don't know.
No, please don't stop me, RK Mishra. Is Mr. Vamnacharya a BJP representative or not? Please tell me this.
Come on.
Don't try to tell me what the facts are. Don't try to tell me that simply because I don't know about Bangalore.
I have nothing for Vamnacharya.
Is Dr. Vamnacharya a person from the BJP or not?
BWSSB is controlled by Government of Karnataka, who is your chief minister. Lake Development Authority reports to your Chief Minister. Your stormwater drain is managed by Government of Karnataka.
One minute. No, this is a pollution issue or not?
Do not.
No, do you agree that this is a pollution issue or not?
Please understand.
Do you agree that this is a pollution issue or not? Who is to deal with the pollution?
KSPCB can
Who is to deal with this pollution here?
Sewage is going into the lake.
Is it not the Pollution Control Board chairperson?
They should notice.
No, but Brijesh Kalappa, you're trying to sidestep the issue now. The fact is that your state government can still control this. Can still control this, but it does not have the funds and the will.
I am the BBNP technical advisor. Mr. Kalappa, I am the BBNP technical advisor. I am the BDA technical advisor. I know you this matter more than you. It is the sewage entering the lake. You have to bypass. It has to be done by minor irrigation and BWSSB.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Mishra, let him respond. Mr. Mishra, let him respond to that. And the bottom line, Brijesh, is can you just get away with passing on the buck? Isn't the government of Karnataka ultimately responsible for all of this?
No. Not ultimately, squarely responsible because BWSSB
Yes, exactly. That's what we're saying, Mr. Mishra. So let's allow Brijesh to respond.
If you're going to ask this question, is not the Karnataka government responsible for all of this? Then I must only ask you, is Mr. Modi not responsible for all of this?
All over the world, Bangalore lakes are being shown. It's all over the world, Bangalore
lakes. Mr. Kalappa,
aren't you ashamed?
Why are you not talking about the problem there? Why you need to bring Mr. Modi again and again? Issue is, why did Mr. Siddaramaiah spend 5 lakh rupees for towels?
How can?
No, and Brijesh, that's a bit of a redundant argument again, because if you're going to say that, then you might as well just give up, the entire federal structure. You might as well give up the government of Karnataka, and everyone should say, okay, we have a prime minister in charge, let the whole country be run by him. That's a redundant argument, so let's not go into that. Your government is responsible for what happens in Karnataka. So let's look at the issues there.
Is not waiting for us to finish our petty squabbles between this party and that party. The rest of the world is moving forward with great speed. Sir, we want you to take us forward with the same speed. That is our honest request to you.
Mr. Modi who said I have a 56-inch chest, and it is this 56-inch chest which has ensured that we have 24/7 power throughout.
Okay, you don't worry so much about the Why don't you worry about the figures that we're quoting to you right now? Look at the figures we're quoting to you right now. There's 3,000 potholes that need attention, and yet you're spending lakhs on towels.
Okay, this must stop. This must stop. Just a second. Brijesh Kalappa, to your argument, just a second. Brijesh Kalappa, to your argument about Mr. Modi being responsible, well, that has been your argument, and that's the reason why you don't let Parliament function. So yes, just like you hold him to account, you also need to be held to account.
No.
If your state government will stop the pollution of lakes, why isn't it doing so? If you will fix the potholes, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you allocating the budget that is needed when you clearly have money to spend on the renovation of your minister's house, so that he can put in Italian marble, so that he can get his puja room done up, so that the mayor can spend 50 lakh rupees on cars? You can give that budget. Why aren't you giving it? And this is such a facetious argument every time. Mr. Modi is not doing it. The BJP is also doing it. The Samajwadi Party is doing it. You give the answer, sir.
Not able to manage it. Ask him to quit, and we'll manage it.
Yeah, Padmaja,
Padmaja. All right, gentlemen, we must allow Brijesh to respond. There's been a volley of questions thrown at him. He's got to have some answers. Brijesh, some satisfactory answers for this extravagance,
please. In the official residence of the Chief Minister of Karnataka. May I ask you? Is it not an important point?
Then he has the right to spend 5 lakh rupees on
sets of clothes every day. 3 sets of clothes every day. Is he not to be asked? How does he fund himself? Including one suit which costed 10 lakh rupees.
Again.
Why don't you do a show on that?
Again.
Why don't you do a show?
We did. Everyone questioned it. And just like he was questioned, so are you.
You can't focus yourself entirely on Karnataka.
Just a second.
Can you all please come together and lead us forward into a world which is very different?
Mr. R.P. Singh.
Then I will say
and Brijesh Kalappa. Request you to allow the other to speak so we can actually hear what somebody is saying. I think we're all awaiting Brijesh's response on these questions. Yes, Brijesh.
He has no answer to all these. He has no answer to all this. Tell him to answer the fifth of Mr. Rahul.
Okay, let him try. Okay, Mr. RP Singh. Okay, let him try. You're saying he has no answer. Let him attempt an answer. If you will not let him speak, he will not be able to give an answer.
And that truth of celebrity and other things which came to his attention have all been optioned for the goodwill of the country, not for the private use.
All right, Brijesh, bottom line to you is, do you think this is extravagant or not? The numbers that we've thrown at you today, do you think it is justified?
No. No. First of all, I must point out that insofar as the official residence of the Chief Minister is concerned, not just Karnataka's Chief Minister, any Chief Minister. And you must point out, I must point out, 1 minute, sir, don't get so hasty, but just 1 minute. See, insofar as Karnataka is concerned, you must remember that we house Bangalore and we represent Bangalore. Even Mr. Obama has made reference to Bangalore. Even Mr. Obama has made reference to Bangalore. Please ask that heckler to stop, please. See, insofar as Bangalore is concerned, even Mr. Obama has made mention of Bangalore. So Bangalore is that important. Right? So there are a whole lot of dignitaries who come to the Chief Minister's residence, and this is his official residence. It's not his private home. After he demits office, he will leave this home. I must point out.
So just like previous occupants left the home. So the first thing is all material which is kept there, all material which is used there, must have some semblance of quality, so that top dignitaries who come there must have.
You said you spent 500 rupees for Mr. Obama's visit.
Okay, I think we'll keep trying to get some answers about whether this kind of extravagant spending is justified given the conditions that exist in Bengaluru in Karnataka. But I think it's too much to expect to someone to actually own up to this unjustified extravagance. Everyone will keep trying to pass the buck and blame the others. The fact still remains that people have died because of what is happening, because of civic apathy. If funds are available, I think even if you do want to spend on your luxuries, at least prioritize. Lives need to be saved. Thank you very much for having joined us on the second News Hour debate tonight. Thank you all, gentlemen.